What's exciting about it is this Q3 announcement of germanium will be the largest producer of germanium. I think the only producer of germanium in the country. We're doing it today commercially on a weekly basis out of our Noblesville facility. But now having this facility come online is a huge deal.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Mark Jensen. He is the CEO of American Resources Corp. And Mark, it's great to see you again. How are you?
I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. And news out from the company today, giving everyone an update once again on the Marion, Indiana facility that you're building. And I know that you're looking at getting to a point where you're up and running coming up very soon. So let's get an update on where you're at and where you're going.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been a good journey as we continue to expand commercial output out of our Noblesville, Indiana facility, which is about 45 minutes north of or south of Marion. We've been building out Marion and getting everything in place for almost 3 years now. So the section that ReElement has leased out of the building has been fully renovated for a period of time now, and now it's about just building out capacity. So we're building 4 different production lines there for a multitude of feedstocks, where solvent plants typically one production line for one feedstock. Our technology is quite different than that. So what's exciting about it is this Q3 announcement of germanium will be the largest producer of germanium. I think the only producer of germanium in the country. We're doing it today commercially on a weekly basis out of our Noblesville facility. But now having this facility come online is a huge deal. And we're doing a lot of steps to prepare for the future as well. So we've applied for a lot of permits that we necessarily don't need for this phase one production of this germanium line. But we will need for other feedstocks as they come in or other equipment that we want to utilize. And so it's taking a very aggressive approach to getting the facility online as fast as we can, but preparing also for all the other opportunities that are coming our way today.
And that's a key part of this is that you're not just building stuff out hoping you're going to get someone. A lot of the time is you're building it as you get someone as well, because you're able to do this quite fast, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have, I mean, and one, it doesn't, the permits that we need are pretty benign in the big scheme of things. So we're able to move really quickly, and the simplicity of our process. I mean, there's by no means would I ever compare ourselves to Tesla and some of these companies, but they designed really simple applications. Well, we did that on the refining space, and our chief technology officer deserves all the credit for that, and our technical team for that matter. But creating really simple procedures to get to separated purified materials is really important because that saves cost. And so we're able to do that very, very efficiently for the current feedstocks we have coming in for customers that are already committed. So these are production lines that we're building out based on contracts we either have signed or contracts we're signing with a majority of the defense primes in the United States, Fortune 500 companies. And then ultimately showcasing what we do in Marion and then deploying our technology all throughout the world.
Yeah. As I mentioned, Q3 of this year is when things are supposed to begin, and then the build out continues obviously into 2027. But talk to me a little bit about when you're at that point in 2027, you still have more room to expand. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. So as you mentioned, germanium is our first production line coming online. We're building 500 metric tons of capacity. The current market demands about 90. So we're obviously preparing for future growth there as well, in each of our production lines for that matter. But these 4 initial production lines use a small segment of the overall Marion facility that ReElement can expand into. It has that right and option to expand into other areas that it currently doesn't occupy. And then we're already looking at 2 other production lines based on customer demand, a lithium carbonate line, as well as a tungsten line that we're working with customers and developing the size. And both of those could be actually quite substantial. Could be 2 of the larger production lines we build in Marion, and we have plenty of space to do it given the uniqueness of our technology.
Yeah, and obviously you're picking metals that are worth a lot right now as well. Seeing the pricing against some of these metals is just off the charts.
Oh, absolutely. And we're trying to be good stewards and good partners with
Yeah.
especially with the defense industry and our commercial partners for that matter. We're reprocessing waste streams for them, and we're doing in some applications it's less than a seventh of market price. So not only are we putting product in people's hands like germanium today, we're also doing it at a cost structure that is head-to-head comparative to China, which owns 95% of the refining capacity in the world. And that's really important for us for the long game, given we're a private enterprise, we have to compete on the global markets. Having that ability to do so is huge. And these customers that want these products right away.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Mark, thanks so much for the update. Really appreciate it. We'll continue to follow this as it develops. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you for your time.
All right. Good to see you again. Mark Jensen, the CEO of American Resources Corp.